Hi there, it's Sandy. Thank you for watching the video today. Today is July 4th in the United States. It is all about the declaring our independence from another country's authority over the United States. And what I want to share with you today is also about gaining freedom, gaining our freedom and authority over our own lives. This came as a revelation to me about 2 weeks ago, and I've been practicing it since then. And and so I hope that this can resonate with you. This is, by the way, my journey, and if it does resonate with you, that's awesome. And if there's something that you can gain from this, I love that. It may not be something that you feel at this time, but I feel like it, because a lot of us are moving into this fifth dimensional consciousness. I feel like the energy is shifting in such a degree that a lot of things that apply to us in the 3D world that we have been in our whole lives, that they don't apply anymore, that those things, that the man-made constructs are collapsing. And today I particularly want to talk about collapsing time and space. You know, we've always been told that we can't change our past, but this revelation came to me about, yes, you can change the ending of any of your past memories. And so that's what I want to share with you today, because we are sovereign souls and we radiate love. That is the whole point of us being in this world at this time. And anything that is that can change, it's not eternal, that is just something that has been made up as a construct. And we don't have to live under that authority anymore. We are living, the only authority we're under is that from our Creator, and we were created as co-creators, and that's the role I feel like that we're stepping into now. So we can collapse our past memories by bringing them. Nobody can walk back into the past and live there, but we do have memories of past events, and we can take those memories and bring them into our present day awareness. And when we do that, we can remember them just the way we stored them. We're not going to say, oh, I want to change it, I'm going to deny what happened. I'm going to bring it into this life here today just exactly the way I remember it. But now, because I see time and space not as linear, but as circular, I'm bringing it into here, and I'm giving it the ending that a 5-dimensional consciousness allows me to give it. I didn't know how to handle it at the time that it happened, but now I do. I know that through forgiveness, I'm always going to get to love. And that is going to be my goal as I start to examine these memories that come up. And just as an aside, there are studies that show that about 20 to 50% of the things that we stored as memories didn't actually happen that way. And that should give us a little bit more latitude in thinking, well, I can bring it up the way I stored it, but now I can change it, because a lot of that I stored probably didn't even happen that way. Now, I did get the sense as I got this revelation that I really should be authentic and truthful with myself, because I did play a role in disturbing the peace whenever this memory was stored. So I need to take responsibility for my part in that, and not deny that that happened. Now, you may recall I did some inner child work when I was diagnosed with cancer, and that really gave a lot of freedom to me to not have any fear or sense of being unworthy or whatever else was coming up. That was me doing my little child meeting with my mom in this place of meditation. And they got to a place of forgiveness and love. And so during this 2 weeks ago, this revelation, I was told, you don't have to wait for some diagnosis or something. Go ahead, you're free to do the shadow work now of bringing these memories into your today's space. Today is all we really have, so bring those here, and the Holy Spirit will help you do the work, to do the miracle, to change the ending of that stored up memory. So I just sat in stillness and I allowed whatever came up to come up. And so a memory came up with my 10-month-old daughter. So this was over 40 years ago. And so I was surprised actually that this memory came up as a negative thing where I felt guilt and shame for my actions during that time. So what I want to do today is I want to actually play out for you what I did when this memory came up, because all I have is this time that we're in right now. So my daughter was 10 months old. My husband and I had decided that I needed to try to get a job so that we could bring in more income. And so I had a phone call I needed to make to set up an interview. So I put my daughter in a playpen in the kitchen. So I'm just going to do this right now. Okay, honey, I'm going to put you in the playpen. Mommy will just be around the corner, and I'll be back in just a few minutes here. So now I've put her in the pen. There are lots of toys in here for you to play with. Now I'm walking around the corner through the dining room into the living room. Here's my phone. Yes, hello. May I speak to Mrs. Lewis, please? Oh, hi, Mrs. Lewis. Yes, yes. I wanted to set up a time for an interview. You had told me to call you at this number. Now, as I'm making this phone call, I hear my daughter starting to cry in the kitchen. And I can feel that I'm starting to get frustrated because I'm trying to focus on this phone call, but I hear my baby crying. And now I complete the call. Thank you so much. I will be there that day and time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I walk around the corner from where I was, and I look at my daughter in the playpen, and I look down and I say to her right now, couldn't you just be quiet for 2 or 3 minutes? Did you have to cry while I'm trying to make a phone call? Well, my daughter was shocked. She looked shocked, and she looks at me, and I can see little tears coming down her cheeks. It kind of makes me want to cry right now. And so she looks away, looks down because she doesn't know what's happening. And I look at her now. By the way, that's as much as a memory that I stored. So my ego would want me to stop right there and just store this part where I feel guilty for yelling at my little baby. And so what so now, right now, I'm just feeling like that was the ending of it. But it wasn't the ending. Obviously, we had the rest of the day together, and that was the only time I ever remember yelling at my baby, at my little girl. And so anyway, so here I am. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry, honey. Mommy should not have yelled at you. Will you please forgive me? Please, will you forgive me? I am so sorry. I love you so much. And as I say that, she feels the energy shift. Right now, she lifts up her little arms. I pick her up. I hug her. I kiss her. I tickle her. And we spend the rest of the day playing together. Now, I have unblocked this memory. I was really surprised that this was a memory that came up over 40 years. And it came up. Right now, I can feel the spaciousness in my heart, because I unblocked something that I was holding on to that told me I was bad or I had done something bad. Now we have resolved it. My daughter and I have resolved this blockage, and I could feel love coming out of me. I could feel love going out to my daughter, who was not here with me in this experience. And I could feel then the love going out from the two of us out to the whole world. I could feel this love extend itself. It radiated all by itself out into the whole world. And now I did eventually tell my daughter about doing this work, and she said, I do forgive you for a memory. I don't remember anything about that, and thank you for doing that work to unblock that between us. And but if my daughter, if it was somebody that had passed away long before, or if this was somebody that I'm just not in my life anymore, I didn't feel like I needed to, as I've done this with other people, I don't need to share the experience. It just worked out that I was able to share it with my daughter because we live close together. But I could just feel the gratitude and the love. And that is the ending, that we can all take all of the memories that we put into a box that calls shame or guilt or whatever, and negative, And if we do that work and bring it into this today's experience and unblock it, we will get to this place through forgiveness. We'll get to this place of love. Um, so, and no matter what we do with this other person, I really believe that they will have a better life. They'll certainly have a better day. And now we've done our work that actually frees up the whole world, people across the world that we'll never know perhaps in this life, but we've just extended that love out because that's what love does. It just radiates out. And this is not, even though I feel wonderful when I do this, even today, every time I've experienced this again by just going back and playing this out, I have felt so much freedom and gratitude, and love. That's where we're always trying to get to here today, because in 5D consciousness we know that we're sharing one life, and that we, as in this one life, our role is to get to this place of love. And usually it's going to be through forgiveness. If there's something that's holding us, binding us up, that's tethering us to something that is not of this world, or it's just a construct that we made up because it's a memory that didn't even happen the way we stored it. And every time one soul gets healed in this world, it actually radiates out to a higher level, and it raises the consciousness across the whole multiverses probably. So anyway, that is the way I'm now practicing this, to free up, to go ahead and feel everything I stored, feel it, let it come, and let's feel all those feelings. And now let me just play all the roles, which I always did anyway, because there's just one life. So play all the roles, get to this place where there's no more victim, no more villain. We're all just doing the best that we know how. And now we know better. We know better because we've raised our consciousness to a higher level. We don't have to be tied to anything, any terrible memories of what we did wrong. We all have made mistakes, and now it's time to free ourselves from those. There's no burdens for us anymore. So we just want to get to love no matter what is going on in the world, in our lives, down the street, next door, in another country. Get to a place of love where we can forgive and love all of our brothers and sisters, because no matter how awful a soul looks, there's a spark of the divine in everybody. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. I love you. Bye-bye.